Hi guys, it's Alyssa with So Fancy. You're going to be seeing some more of me going forward, doing lives, helping Melissa out. I hope that's good and okay. And I'm so excited about the September bundle. When you get on, say hi. Let me know that you're here and you can see me and hear me. And when I see some on, I'll get started with showing you what we're going to make today. It's starting to get cooler out and fall is coming, and this is a great time to start making signs for your porch or for the Halloween holiday. Forgot what I was saying there. So today, one of the files that's in the September bundle, not that there's not a great deal of them in there, is a palette sign that really talked to me when I saw it, and it's a thankful sign. And when I opened up the file, I was so excited because not only did the designer make it to go horizontally, they made it to go vertically as well. So your palette sign can either go this way or this way. And the great thing with our files is they can go on just about anything. This file doesn't have to be just on a palette. It could be on a t-shirt, it could be on a mug, it could be on a hat, it could be on a bumper sticker, it could be on a decal, it could be just about anything. And that's what I love so much, is and to be able to show the diversity that these files can do. So I'm going to flip you down to show you, if you haven't worked with Oramask, which is a Oramask 813. It's a stencil vinyl, and it just makes it so easy and so crisp to be able to do these signs with. So I'm going to flip you down. My camera's not really working today, but we're going to be a little backwards, and that's okay. So I think you can see here I started. I don't know if you can see that. I already weeded part of it. Now, when we do stencils, you want to weed out the positive, not the negative. Like when you do HTV for a t-shirt or Oracal for a decal, you always take away what you don't want shown on your medium. Well, with a stencil, you need to make sure that you do the opposite, because we're going to fill this in with paint. So you don't want that to still have, you're not going to leave your letters in. And I'll show you that here, because if we pulled off this way and pulled away and left our letter on, you're going to have to paint your whole thing, which you can do. That's another option with this. But for this one, we are going to just weed away, again, the positive. And I cut this on vinyl matte with my Cameo. It can be cut on your Cricut. It's just like Oracal. And if you'll get to know me, I love registration marks and trying to line things up, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. So this just pulls right away. So simple, so easy. I'll get to the leaf in a second. Once we get all of that off. I hope the weather's nice by everybody today. We've got a storm rolling in. Right before I went live, I started having thunder and lightning, which I didn't think was going to be too good. And the UPS person came to bring some goodies. But even with this intricacy of this leaf, the Oramask just cuts. It's kind of like butter. We're going to get all of this off. And if you just work with it some, and of course we got it caught, but that's okay because it's pretty forgiving. Put it back down, get your last little pieces off. And I'm going to show you how we can use some of our files, that more than one file in the bundle, as you can with almost every file in bundles. I'm learning that more and more, that you can use the files in more than one way. So how pretty is that? And then all you do is you're going to take some transfer tape. I'm going to reuse, because I'm thrifty like that, what I used earlier. And make sure you guys can see that. You just have to lay it on there. And if you get bubbles like this in your aura mask, it's okay. You can still use it. We're going to take this. Again, just burnish it down. Turn it over. Get your back really good. And if you can't get it up, pick is awesome to do this with. You're going to take your paper back off. And if it starts coming up, put it back down and just push it down. But you want to make sure you get all the little pieces and the insides up when pulling it, especially the inside of this leaf, because that's going to give you some great accent when we add the paint to it. Now, one of the reasons that I put the registration mark at the end here is because you can only cut 12 by 24. I did it on a mat, so I can only do it 12 by 24. If you have a roll feeder, you can make it bigger or longer and cut it. But I didn't have that with me today, so I added a registration mark here and one here so that I can just lay it right on top, and my letters are still going to be spaced correctly apart for the rest of the sign. So once you get this down, and I measured, you want to measure to make sure your letters are there, an inch, there's an inch, there's an inch. So I'm all straight there. You can lay this down like so, burnish it on as I get a bubble. That's all right. And then you're going to peel it away. Look at how nice this sticks on. This is a piece of wood that we got just at our box hardware store. In the back of some of those stores, they've got a whole container of wood that's already cut, that were miscuts or something that happened with them, and they'll sell them to you cheaper. Or you can just take them and take a big piece and they'll cut it down to what size you want. This one I think is like a 5.5, 5 3/4 by 35.5. I do remember how long it is. So once you get this all down, and I'm going to switch it over so that you don't have to watch the whole process of that. I already started this one. And all I do is I take some craft paints that you get at your local craft store, put it on a plate. These are just some makeup sponges that I get. I like how they work with the paint. And all it is a quick pounce around. And you just pounce the paint on. I've already done one coat. And I left the leaf because I wanted to show you a great option. Another thing that you can do is those letters that we popped out. If you're going to make more than one sign, if you're going to make these as gifts, if you're going to sell them, you can take the letters that we popped out, lay those down on a palette, and then pounce around them. So it almost gives it like a spray kind of look. We're going to do this. The leaf, I had a fun idea, which was, I'll show you in a minute, was to variegate all of the colors together. You know, I've got one more here to fill in. So I thought on the leaf, I would take all of the colors and kind of just meld it together. I'm going to start with the red in the middle. And you just pounce away. I know that there's some comments, and I will go back and look at those in a minute when I can flip you guys back around and see. And we're just going to finish this up. These palettes are so quick and easy to do, especially once you've got the aura mask down, because it's all just there and done. Add a little bit more. All cut out. It's a quick stencil. You can also use the pouncing brushes that are made for stenciling. I really like these makeup sponges, and they're kind of a dime a dozen. So there we go. Now all you have to do is peel this off. And sometimes it comes up easier than not. And I'm going to show you what I did on the back of this, because I was actually using more than one file. For this. So we get multi-seasonal use, which I love. And if a piece gets stuck, your pick is your friend in this. So if you haven't gotten the bundle yet, today is the last day to get the 15% off deal, and it's well worth it. There's fonts that you can use to make these. You can make so many things with all of these. Kind of a messy project. Get some paint everywhere. If you need to touch up, you can always get a paintbrush and fill that back in. We did that on the back earlier, which I'll show you. But I thought that this would be cute on the porch with, in like a, sitting on a chair. If you did it horizontally, that would look awesome, sitting in a basket of mums with some corn stalks. Now, the middle of this leaf, don't forget to get that out. And, because look at how pretty that turned out. One more piece. The Aura Mask is from, you can order that from Swing Design. I put the link up top. I also put the coupon code for, the coupon code for the bundle, for the last day of the bundle. Make sure you pick that up. So here's our sign. I don't know if I can get back far enough. And then on the back, I used the pumpkin faces. I'm gonna have to go up and down for this to make another one. This is another file, all of these pumpkin faces. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to set it up this way, so you can have this out from October, mid-October to the end, and then November 1st, get ready for Thanksgiving. So our files are multifunctional. They can be used in so many different ways. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.